Hey everyone, so welcome to this video. I wanted to address some of the concerns that you all had regarding StudySync and in particular assigning content and having students access to content. So I'm going to sign in really quickly and then I will speak to every one of the stumbling blocks along the way. So this page is probably the most familiar that you've come across. Has your teacher edition, your student edition. You can put assigned content here, which opens up the student edition. This redemption code is one that you should remember, although you've been emailed all of the redemption codes as well. So once you do this, it will ask you which classes. Now again, I assume that all of you have done that or are in the process, so your classes should come down on the drop down. I created a classroom of one. Obviously I named it. Here's my student. And then I go ahead and go through the assigning process. Everything looks good and I assign. It was redeemed successfully. So here I am. Now I'm going to my piece here with the teacher edition, and it's going to open up probably another familiar screen to you. So what you want to do is when you open this up here, now you have this web page here. I'm not sure why that says Arts Charter, but we'll change that. So what we do is here is you see your users. These are all the different users that are just right there on the page. You can look them up by name. You have different groups, which I can see certain teachers have been working on and have groups. So seems like many of you have this down as well. Communities, assignments, blasts, and so on. So what I did here is I have a couple of blasts that are set up for one of my students, the student that I have in my class. I can go ahead and create a new assignment, and I can type in anything for a blast and go ahead and it's going to basically go through the process of assigning the blast. So really what I want to do is, another option you can do with the blast actually is look through it here. So let's say you want to look through the new blasts for this week. You can search them. You can do what is the appeal of Pokemon Go. That's like the eternal question right now. And you can actually use it for a new blast assignment, use it for a new writing assignment. So if I wanted to use it as a new blast, I would basically set my parameter. So here's my classroom, my start date, end date, allow date, Lexile levels here. And you can see examples of what it would look like based on the different Lexiles. How many different comments, reviews I should say, you're allowed. The training, they recommended 3 at the most, maybe 3 to 5. And then you can create once you've done that. So basically I've created that, and if I go to my assignments, I'll see gotta catch them all, which is what I did here. So now that assignment's been given to my students. So now what I want to do is I actually want to come out and sign in as the student, because this is where some of the confusion has come. So I happen to have the student's information here. You can also download this yourself so that you can print them out. I'll go back to this. As you can see, these are like labels. So you can cut them out, pass them to your students, and this is their login information to get into StudySync. Okay. Also the redemption code, there's a letter that comes with the redemption code. You can download those as well. But I provided the redemption codes in an email, and it seems like it's just a one-shot deal. So once the student comes in here, this is what they are going to see. Now if you go into the to-do, it's going to say you have nothing on your to-do list. And this is different than what I saw even this afternoon. So there's something where this information is disappearing. But not to worry, we'll be able to find the page exactly as it should be. But that's just a heads up. If a student uses a different computer, as it happens, I used my work computer when I initially did this and I saw a to-do list. I'm home now recording this and I see no to-do list. So that was a bit of a panic, except I was able to figure out how the student can access the work. So this is important only because if you have different Chromebooks that the students are using, there's a possibility this may happen to you too. So just a heads up for that. Now, here on the ad page, this is where they're going to enter the redemption code. Now, this is for the first time. when the student needs to access the information for the first time, they'll put the redemption code. Now, this is the redemption code for this particular student here. Once I put that in his case, he's already redeemed the book because I put this code in order to make sure I was doing everything right here. But for the brand new student, it'll say that they've redeemed it and everything's good. So close it. Now from here, you actually click on the StudySync logo. That's going to open up this page right here. And when you do that, you click on the StudySync logo again, and this is going to bring the student to their main page. Now, thankfully, this didn't have any kind of pop-up windows or any secondary windows. This was all done in the same window. And as you can see, this is basically, these are the blasts. I mean, again, I was practicing a little bit. And here's the Pokemon one. So it tells the student what's due. It allows them to go in and basically see the blast and Pikachu and all that on the screen. He's jumping around. And this is the rest of the page. This is their assignment, and whatever it is that you assign for them is what they'll be able to see. The binder shows the assignments that are completed, as was said in the training, and of course the library is for them to look through different texts that maybe you assign them or that they want to add to their own binder for their own use. There are many books, as was told to us during the training. So that is the student's view of this. Now, when you mimic the student, you're going to see this particular page, but you won't see any of the sign-in pages that were seen before. So that's why I felt it was important for you all to see this and see that process. So when the students are sitting there, first time around, they'll need that redemption code to be able to access the information. After that, they just have to click on the StudySync logo, and then click on the next page in the StudySync logo there, and it'll open up this page. So that's what it will look like when the students are accessing their information. If there's anything in addition that comes up, we can certainly address that, but I just want everybody to be on the same page. Let me know what you think. Thanks.